Hi, my name is Carrie Furrow, and I did my PHPE with the town of Surf City this summer. So this is my poster for this presentation, and the following slides, I'm going to zoom into each section so they can be viewed a little better and so I can discuss each. So to start, the town of Surf City is located as a part of Topsail Island, which contains 3 individual towns. Surf City is the middle of these 3 towns, and it contains a mainland portion as well as an on-island portion. With this being a beach area, it is unique with a lot of rental properties, and it also has a mix of part-time people who maybe this is their secondary or their vacation home, and then many full-time residents as well. So just some objectives for completing this experience. I really wanted to enhance my professional perspective in both public administration and public health, as those are my 2 master's programs I'm completing. And then I also wanted to really develop analytical skills through these deliverables that I created. So here's a list of some deliverables that I was able to create. The first is data collection and analysis. The town has plans to start a greenway system up through their community. And right now they have a multi-use path on the bridge that leads from the mainland to the island. So we set up a tracker at one end of the bridge to really collect some data on the usage of this. We also set up another tracker on the town's main beach access that they own to really collect data on how many people are truly using that beach access on any given day or any given week. I also did a noise permit application. As part of my time there, their town changed their noise ordinance several times due to business resident conflict. During one of the changes to the ordinance, we did create a noise permit application that businesses and individuals could complete if they wanted to have amplified music. So this application was used for a very brief period of time, and ultimately the ordinance was revised one more time, so it's not being used anymore. I also created a flyer. So we had intentions on starting up a kayak program on the town's public kayak launch that they just installed. This is the flyer that we would have used for that. Unfortunately, while I was there, the kayak launch was unable to be installed due to production delays, but it is up and running now. So maybe in the future, they'll be able to do this program. I also created a survey for debris pickup. So the town sent this out to its citizens just to get some feedback on the current process. That way they could justify if they wanted to change this process or spend any more money on it in the future. And then I also created some maps for a community street sweep event, which was just a voluntary trash pickup around the community. So each of these maps was carefully thought out so that I ultimately created 9 groups, and each of the groups had an equal just about 2-mile area that they were covering. So these are just those graphs, just a little bit enlarged so you can see them. So on the left, we have some weekly totals. On the right, we have daily averages. Eventually, since this data collection is ongoing, they'll be able to compare these by year and see exactly how many people came on one week, one year versus the other. But as of right now, this is the most recent data that we have. This is that flyer one more time, just zoomed in with some tentative dates that we were looking at, a time, and then there would be a cost if the program was actually going to be implemented. This is the results for that survey I created for the vegetative debris pickup. And again, this was submitted to town council so they could kind of talk about whether they thought they might need a new process or not. And these are those maps that I was talking about that I created. I created each with a drop off and a pickup location, and each had the exact route they should take with the mileage marked out. So I did participate in a few other experiences. We did 2 requests for proposals for 2 different projects. We also partnered with the middle school for the sand volleyball court, and there was a plethora of other things that I was able to participate in. But ultimately, I just really learned that local government plays a critical role in the lives of every individual in a community. So lastly, I would just like to thank my 2 main supervisors, who were town manager Kyle Brewer and Parks and Rec director Chad Merritt, for allowing me to complete this experience with them. They were really great mentors through the process. And I'd like to say thank you to the rest of the employees for making me feel welcome and helping me in any way they could throughout the summer. It truly was a great experience because of the people I was able to work with. So thank you for listening to my presentation. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to reach me at my email address.